Well, it was a little soggy today, a little more rain than we expected. We did find some dry time and even some sunshine late today, but tonight, little batch of rain, little thin line of moderate showers moving through from Wake County to northern Johnston County. You guys out in Wilson getting a little bit of that east of I-95. So this is moving off to the west. We'll be around for the next couple of hours, but then we are mostly dry tomorrow and a little bit warmer. Tonight, lights are still on out at the DPAP. Bulls have their last homestand of the regular season this weekend, and it's 70 degrees as we look at downtown Durham from our Whitley Law Firm weather camera. Remember earlier in the week how dry and cool it was at times? Little different story this weekend. Here's what your Saturday looks like. Could have a little bit of fog and temperatures basically where they are now, so it's not going to be as cool tomorrow morning. We will see some more sunshine tomorrow compared to what we had today, and we've got small rain chances, mainly south of the triangle later in the day, and that little bit of sun will allow us to get into the low 80s, a little breezy too. So that's your Saturday in a nutshell. We did not see much of this today with all the clouds and rain. Tonight's super sunset has us going up around the Virginia border to Lake Gaston. Deanna was up there earlier this summer and captured this great shot. Sunset in the sky and then reflected on the water. That's always nice. Won't be too long now where the boating and lake season is over and we're starting to think about sweaters and such. But this weekend we will be thinking about dry weather after the wet weather today and what's happening offshore. So all week long we've watched high pressure give us great weather, and then of course we've watched what's happened with Francine, which is now just a swirling low in the Midwest. But attached to that is that stationary boundary, and that's where the area of low pressure could form later this weekend. In the meantime, we've got this flow coming off the ocean, so that's why we've got some moisture in the form of clouds and small rain chances this weekend. But if something does form, we can already start to see a little swirl with our wind particles trying to pull something together, and once this gets a little more well-defined, then we'll be able to call it an area of low pressure. But what's that low going to do to us this weekend? Nothing really. That's why we have such small rain chances. Now tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., you can see we've got clouds, most of the rain offshore, and that's where most of it will stay through the weekend. Dry through lunchtime tomorrow. Even in the afternoon, few peaks of sunshine. And then later in the day, again, some small specks of green showing up on the radar. That's why the rain chances are low. Most of the rain staying offshore through Saturday. And kind of the same deal on Sunday. Few peaks of sunshine back into the low 80s. And then late in the day Sunday, a couple specks of green, 10 to 20% chance. Most of the rain staying offshore. But eventually, some of that rain is going to get closer to us from offshore to over central North Carolina. And it's going to happen when an area of low pressure forms offshore sometime later this weekend. The Hurricane Center gives it a 40% chance of something tropical or subtropical developing. We don't really care how it develops or what it's called. If it gets a name, it's not going to be anything significant. We care that there's going to be some rain and it's going to be moving closer to us early next week. So here's kind of the steps of what will happen. The low will form offshore Sunday and then move closer to us with all that rain starting Monday. And our best rain chances will be Monday and Tuesday. So nothing's formed just yet, so we're talking about something that's not really there yet. So we'll watch it over the weekend and see how things change for early next week. But again, your weekend, just small chances of rain with highs in the low 80s. Better chances of rain Monday, Tuesday, maybe a little bit of leftover on Wednesday. And your exclusive 10-day forecast keeps small chances for late next week and next weekend as fall officially begins. But check out our high temperatures throughout the next 10 days, only in the 70s and low 80s.